They call me Red Ruth. I have earned the name because I prefer action to theory. I am a vigorous supporter of communist causes and a party member since my early 20s. I am also the head of the Danish Workers' Revolutionary Theatre and have quickly become well known in international theatre circles. In 1933, when I hear that Bertolt Brecht, the famous playwright, is staying nearby, I must meet him. I am struck by the air of sovereignty and assurance surrounding him and his wife, Helly. As his hand goes out to meet mine, he seems to simultaneously step forward and backward, determined to maintain distance even as he comes close. As I get to know him, I realize this is a pattern. Distance, goddamn distance. Not only as an artist does he require distance, but also in his private life. For the next 2 years, Bertolt spends a lot of time away from Denmark, but we keep in touch. And one night after he has returned, he gives me a ring to remember him by, and tells me that from now on, Cassiopeia is our constellation. Wherever we might be in the future, he says, however physically distant we might be, if we go outside and look up at Cassiopeia, we will really be together. I hope that my influence will help him overcome his bourgeois inhibitions, his insistence on secrecy about our relationship, his idea of intimacy as unbuttoning his fly briefly and hoisting my skirt above my waist. I am prepared to give up my marriage, which I consider more comfortable than satisfying, and I hope that Bertolt will have the courage to do the same. But comfort is his satisfaction, and he will never dare to give it up. By early 1939, Hitler's march across Europe begins to threaten Denmark, and we arrange to move the group to Finland. I decide to stay behind in Copenhagen, but visit often to work with Bertolt. Helly puts her foot down and tells him she refuses to have me under their roof. So I set up a large white tent on the lawn. We continue gathering materials and writing, though it is proving more and more difficult to get anything into print or staged. By late 1940, even Finland is no longer safe from Nazi invasion, and we make the decision to travel to America. The journey across the Soviet Union is hell. Greta is the only Russian speaker of the group, and though she looks like a walking corpse, she must navigate through all the tricky questioning for us. Because of her health, we are forced to leave her behind in Moscow. We do not know it then, but we were aboard the last ship to leave that harbor for America for years to come. After our arrival, Bertolt expects me to take up Greta's work, but I find I cannot match her standards either as a writer or typist, and Bertolt is frustrated that in Hollywood he is merely a has-been. I find that my life as a proud, imaginative, independent woman has disappeared. I am always worried about money, but I am blocked by the FBI from any real employment. Bertolt constantly attacks me in his letters, and I come to a breaking point. I reach a state of ecstasy. I see the whole truth. Now, when I have told the master the truth, I have found the truth, and I am free. I should write a play for Broadway. That is the only way for me to make fast money, since I am not a whore. It will be about an actress who always acts her current role off stage. It will be called Who Are You? Who am I? It is almost Christmas. Who we are is in the Bible. Bertolt is Jesus Christ. No, King Solomon. I am the Virgin Mary. No, Mary Magdalene. No, revolution! The sailors who come to my bed at night are Satan, the tempter, and angels whom God has touched. The doctor tries to take me away, like my sister Edith, but I will not let him. I will kill the bastard before I let him lock me up in the crazy house like Edith, with no doors on the toilets. But he is stronger than me. The policemen are stronger than me. My poor head is chopped into pieces. They put me in the hospital. They lock me up like poor Edith. When Bertolt comes to visit me, I hear him mutter that no one is as crazy as a crazy communist. While I recover, I begin doing small jobs for him, and when we return to Europe, I again work as his assistant. Mother Courage opens in Berlin with Helly playing the lead and is an enormous success. I get drunk and make an ass of myself at the premiere party. I write to him, "Dear Bertolt, I was outside last night looking at Cassiopeia. I remember so clearly our big white tent where we made love. So many years, Bertolt, since you held me lovingly in your arms. I shake my fist at Cassiopeia that so relentlessly follows me. I am a shattered human being, Bertolt, and it is your lies that have been the instrument of my destruction.